G'day, if you don't know, my name is Morrigan. It's been a couple weeks since my last video. There have been a couple reasons for this. Firstly, I moved, which I think a lot of people will know. So I picked up the keys for this place on the 22nd, I think, of last month, and then moved on the 23rd from memory. So I did take a little bit of footage of the old house, as much for my memory and recollection as for your entertainment. It was a cute little cottage, but in the end, after spending a couple of days cleaning it and then another day doing yard work, I was kind of glad to just hand the keys in and move on. Now that I've raised that, I did lose almost half of my bond to cleaning. So even after cleaning for a couple of days, the real estate agent came in and inspected the place and decided that it still needed to be professionally cleaned and that some yard work needed to be done. So I just had to accept that and I lost several $100s. I would have happily made videos about the move and the cleaning, etc. Except unfortunately for me, I have really lovely friends who were all around to help me do all of those things. So a good friend of mine came pre-move and spent several hours helping me pack everything into boxes. Her partner came on the day of the move, specifically because I asked him to. In the past, in moves that I've had, I'm pretty sure that things haven't gone as well as they should have. And I'm pretty sure that that has to do with me being a single female. So other women might have experienced this, but I find that movers can be a little bit like mechanics in that sometimes they see a single female coming and they decide that they're going to be a little bit free and easy with the work that they do. And then the bill winds up being a lot more than it should be. So I specifically asked one of my male mates to come over and just be a male while the movers were there. I need not have worried at all. They were really, really good. I was really impressed. They did a great job, but he was happy to come and do that with me. So I didn't get a ton of footage of the move. And then with the bond clean, a third mate of mine came around and helped me do that. So I got a little bit of footage of me cleaning stuff, but not enough to make a video. Now, all of my friends were happy to help me, but they're not keen on being on YouTube, and I completely respect that. So they think I'm a little bit crazy for doing this, and quite frankly, I think I'm a little bit crazy for doing this too. It's just not stopping me. I'm doing it anyway. So the new house is going okay. It is semi-unpacked. There's still a little bit of work to do, but it's going pretty well. It still doesn't feel quite like home, but I'm hoping that that comes with familiarity and maybe a little bit of time. She does have a couple of quirks that I'm having to get used to. One of these is that all of the floors in this house are either wood or they're vinyl, which is really beautiful. Like, I love the wooden floors, but I have tried to film this video before without realizing that not having carpet on the ground really messes with the audio. So that's another reason it's taken me a little while to get this video up and out. And I have literally now had to stick blankets and pillows and clothes all over the floor in here in the hopes that it will dampen down some of the echo, because the previous videos sounded like I was filming in a tunnel or a cave. It was pretty bad and I couldn't use any of it. So I'm trying to adjust to that. The house I've moved into is a really old house that's made entirely of wood. And so that's beautiful and romantic. At least here in Queensland, those houses are seen that way. But over time, some of the wood has warped. And so some of the windows and the doors don't fit into their frames perfectly. There's gaps now. And that's not a huge issue, but what it means is that bugs can get in, and they are getting in periodically. And so this one is thrilled about that. She's having a ball chasing these little critters around, and it's keeping her very amused. And I'm Australian, so like little creepy crawlies really don't bother me. But I can see how that might be a problem for some people. So that makes her a little bit unusual. She's not quite like a modern house where everything seals up pretty well. That's about all I can think of for now in terms of like little quirks and character traits that this house has that the other one didn't. Otherwise, I think maybe it's time to just wrap this up and try and move on to better things. So the last 4 or 5 weeks have been pretty stressful. I'm losing count. My sense of time is a little bit warped. These things are just happening really quick at the moment. So the last few weeks at least have been pretty stressful. It's been a big job finding a house, securing a house, and then moving into a house. And so I'm pretty sure that now that it's essentially over and done with, I want to move on to some self-care activities. It's just that self-care isn't really my area of expertise. So I'm open to suggestions if you have any. I'm kind of thinking about stuff like yoga or mindfulness activities to sort of de-stress and calm my nervous system a little bit. And then I'm trying to think of things to do for fun to sort of blow off a little bit of steam. But again, like, I'm drawing a bit of a blank on that one. So if you do something that really helps you sort of decompress, please leave a comment down below so that I can sort of start to consider what I should be doing with myself. I am happy to do a little tour of the house if you guys want to see it once it's fully unpacked and a little bit neater, but it's still in a bit of a state. So I'm a little bit self-conscious about showing her at the moment. But everything has gone pretty well. I'm adjusting, Harry's adjusting, and essentially I think now we just kind of want to move on to doing something that's actually fun or good for us. That's it for now from Harry and me. I will try to post again soon. I'm sorry if the audio on this is pretty crap. I am trying to fix that, but I'm pretty new to this. But otherwise, take care and I'll see you on the next one.